Hello, welcome back. Thank you for joining us on Up to the Minute. I'm Dr. Andrea Bonner, Chair of HCC's Consumer Arts and Sciences Center of Excellence, and here's more information on how you can find us. We're on Houston City College District Facebook page, not HCC, and YouTube. We're also on X, LinkedIn, and on HCC TV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. Today, we have a great show for you, and we hope you really enjoy it. We will be joined by a local country music star who will tell us all about his new album and new tour that's just getting underway. Joe Buchanan has toured across the U.S. and hosts a thriving online community known as the Small Town Tribe. Now, with the release of his third album, Heaven and Earth, Joe continues to open doors through music rooted in tradition and spirit and faith. We'll talk to Joe in about 10 minutes about his new album and so much more. But first, we're joined by Connie Leon, the Director of Entrepreneurial Initiatives at Community Relations for Houston City College Systems. And she's here to tell us about an amazing upcoming event that will hopefully have a huge impact on our students and the community. Thank you for joining us, Connie.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
We're so glad to have you here today. So first, can you start by telling us about the goals of the Entrepreneurial Office?
Definitely. I think one of our biggest goals has always been to continue to grow the entrepreneurial ecosystem here in Houston, but more importantly, to grow a community around it, to build and create those different resources and tools that the small business owners need in order to continue to be confident in what they're doing and in their entrepreneurship journey.
I think it's great that we have that here as a resource at HCC, for the community and for our students and everyone. So I'm glad to, be learning out more about it today myself. So we know your office is very busy with several events coming up that both students and local small business owners can attend. Can you tell us what you have coming up?
Yes, definitely. And also, I think very important is that a lot of these events and all of them are usually free. So knowing that anybody can attend and that they're free is one of the biggest things that we like to promote. So one of the first things that's coming up in April is on April 7th, we have the Small Business Digital Growth Program, which is all about AI tools, the different tools that there are, the different resources that you can use, and how to learn about them and build your business with those different tools. So that is something that is a series. It will start April 7th and it will continue through August. All of these events are usually here on my campus, which is the East Side campus. That event is a midday event. It's from 10 to 1 p.m. and it will happen every first and third Tuesday of the month. So twice a month between April and August. So that's the first thing that's coming up, and we have several. Also in April, next week, on the 8th, we have a how to build your online brand, how to build your professional online brand with Dr. Brandy Munoz. That is a one-time event. It will also be here at the East Side campus from 11 to 12:30. And all of these different events are posted on our social media, currently on our Instagram page, and then all over Facebook and I think LinkedIn as well. Something else that's coming up in April is our IP Empower conference, which is also a one-day conference. That one will be at our West Loop campus, and that one is around patent information, how to strategize around it, and how to protect your intellectual property. So that one is also very important. April 16th, April 17th. It's a Thursday from 10 to 2 p.m. at the West Loop campus. And then in May, we have the Small Business Success Series, which will happen every Friday for all of May. That one's also here at the East Side campus. So it starts May 1st and it will finish May 29th. Every Friday is a new topic. You are here most of the day from 9 to 3 p.m., but it's definitely a very interesting series. And that series will qualify you for other small business programs within our office. So it's really important that if you want to continue to grow and learn about the different programs, that you initiate with the Small Business Success Series, because that's kind of our kickoff platform for all the other programs that we have.
I love
Then
that.
into
Oh, I'm
Go
sorry. I didn't
ahead.
mean to cut you off.
Sorry.
No, I was
No,
just
no.
saying, and you said that they were free, which is amazing, that we offer that for free. So thank you for saying that. I didn't mean, go ahead, share. You
No,
were
no,
going
no.
to say something else.
I'm sorry. No, I'm just the next one that we have is in June, and that one is targeted towards our younger audience. It is a STEM camp this summer, also completely free. It kicks off June 8th and it finishes June 27th. It is for middle schoolers,
Okay.
and there's also different topics that we touch on during the entire camp.
Well, good. That was my next question, but you already covered that. So, yeah, thank you for telling us that audience for that STEM summer camp, which is another great event that you guys have coming up. So, we talked about small business owners before, but I hear that your office is working on a very small, special small business workshop for those who speak Spanish. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, so definitely it's a series that's really important, like I said, because it's kind of our kickoff series. And through the last few months, we've realized that there was a gap here on our campus where we have a lot of Spanish speaking business owners who they definitely do try to attend all of the English workshops. I have seen them and they've been a part of our different cohorts, but it's also very important to cater a little bit to them in their language because you don't want to miss any information. So yes, that series, like I said, kicks off in May, and every Friday is a different topic, from anywhere from starting a business, whether it's an idea or you've already started your business, then it will continue into how to build an LLC, how to develop your marketing strategy, how to create your finance strategy. So it definitely touches all of the different topics, and it goes through everything that you might need to either expand on a business or grow an idea that you might have currently.
That's great. So, can you tell us about some of the successes, and I'm sure there are many, that your office has had in the past?
Definitely. So, one of the biggest programs that I have run here at HCC is called HOU Made, which is for creative entrepreneurs. And we've definitely seen a small business that maybe during COVID, it was just a hobby or an idea that they had. And because of COVID, they lost their jobs or, a loss of an income. Something happened that kind of propelled them into creating it into a full-blown business. I saw one couple, they have a popcorn business. It's called Pop Life. Both of the husband and wife, it's a husband and wife team, they quit their jobs within the first year of building their business because they were able to do it full time. They now are all over Houston in different markets and in different storefronts with their brand and their food. And they've expanded to catering birthday parties or creating some type of branding and presence within different events. So that has been something that I personally have seen grown through our cohorts. And there, like you said, there's so many others, just different collaborations between businesses that come together through our programs, different resources. We had one founder who she was able to get funding in her first year. I think it was something over $10,000 to build her business and expand. And she since has created two other businesses and grown those. So I think there's just a lot of different opportunities that have come through our programs and through our office that if people just learn about the resources and know that it's completely free to come to them and to join, it would definitely benefit and help.
Well, thank you. And lastly, would you say what would you say some of the biggest mistakes small business owners have made in the past that you've seen?
I think the first thing is research, right? Not knowing all of the resources that are available in Houston. Again, I mean, not just at HCC, right? Of course, we want to promote HCC and all the programs here are amazing, but just all over Houston, there's so many different resources and programs that you can participate in that we also collaborate with and work with to help the businesses. So doing your research and learning about these programs, learning what the cost is, whether it's free or a small fee, being able to invest in your business is really important. So I think that doing the research of what is out there is one of the biggest things. The second part is your finances. Really, really getting your mind wrapped around what that strategy is and what your finances look like is something that I feel in the beginning we're a little scared to kind of look at, but it's one of the foundations and the most important part of building your business.
Great. Well, Connie Leon, we really want to thank you for your time today. We know you're super busy. You're in your office right now. We look forward to all of the events, the free events that you mentioned, and we will put your link to your website in our show notes for people who want more information.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll take a short commercial break and we will return with a conversation with country music star Joe Buchanan.
For over 50 years, HCC has been here for you. Affordable, accessible, focused on your success. This is your college, growing, evolving, expanding with you. More bachelor's degrees, stronger workforce training, online learning with global reach. A new name, the same mission, bigger vision. Houston City College, local focus, global reach. Register now at hccs.edu.
Our individual voices are powerful, but not everything has a voice. Let us be a voice to the voiceless. It's time to speak up for nature.
Poison Help is a free 24/7 hotline that answers all of your poison questions in over 100 languages.
Hello? Poison Help?
Hello? When poison happens, we're here for you. Just call Poison Help, 1-800-222-1222.
When a child is fighting a critical illness, one truth touches us all. Every child deserves a childhood. A wish sparks a ripple of hope that transforms communities far and wide. And when we grant wishes together, we create a movement of kindness, strength, and unity. Become a wish maker today and be part of a journey that truly changes lives.
My name is Irene. My job is community school coordinator. My mom taught us that it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can always find a way to help. We started the pantry because the needs were so great. We're very fortunate to have the food bank just a few miles down. I just want our kids to experience what other kids experience and learn to say, what do I want to be when I grow up? And not worry about food.
When faced with complex challenges, there are people who come together to solve problems and transform lives. That's us. We are Rotary. We work with community partners to build green spaces for all to connect with nature and each other. We support local youth through mentorship and literacy programs. We're committed to causes that improve lives everywhere. Find your cause and take action with us.
More than 6 million kids in the U.S. have ADHD. Many aren't getting the support they need. At understood.org, we can help. Sometimes in class, the only thing your child can focus on are the thoughts racing through their head.
Why am I always falling behind? Why do I feel so alone?
We provide parents with the resources they need to help kids with ADHD thrive. Your child wants to thrive. Be the reason they do. More than 6 million kids in the U.S. have ADHD. Many aren't getting the support they need. At understood.org, we can help. Sometimes in class, the only thing your child can focus on are the thoughts racing through their head.
Why am I always falling behind? Why do I feel so alone?
We provide parents with the resources they need to help kids with ADHD thrive. Your child wants to thrive. Be the reason they do.
Community is the way we find our strength and share our hope. It's the way dinner on the table brings a family closer together. It's the way we make sure his first chapter book is the first step on his path to greatness. It's the way we rally in hard times and rise back up stronger than ever. United is the way we come together so everyone can thrive. Join us at unitedway.org.
Welcome back. Blending classic Texas sounds with deep faith, his music tells stories of belonging, struggle, and celebration. Joe Buchanan makes country music steeped in Jewish spirit. After discovering his wife's Jewish heritage, Joe began a journey that led to conversation, healing, and a vibrant new path. Now, after releasing his third album, Heaven and Earth, Joe joins us today to tell us about it. Thank you for joining us today, Joe.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here and super excited to be hanging out with you.
Well, we are excited to talk to you today. So first, I mentioned your conversion story.
Yeah.
Can you tell everyone how this all happened?
Whew, wow, yeah. I'll give you the Reader's Digest version of this thing. I grew up really struggling to find my place as far as the relationship with God goes. I believed in a God as a young person, but really had a hard time kind of finding my path there. And thankfully, I met my wife, fell crazy in love. Love at first sight is a real thing. My wife will tell you it took her some time, but for me, it was right away. And we got married. And then, 13, this always sounds wild when I tell people this, but 13 years into our marriage, we were at the Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C. And after we went through there, she looked at me and she said, I want to get in touch with my people's faith. And I said, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And she's like, I'm Jewish. I said, when did you get Jewish? She's like, I was born Jewish. And I was like, how do you, what? True story. And so I was like, well, let's look into it. So we did. And, everybody has a path, right? And for everyone, there is something that will add value and foundation to your life to help you build a great life and to be in your life more. And this was absolutely that for me. We found a rabbi here in Houston right down the street, walked in, and what he said just changed our lives. And so I started writing music about the things I was discovering, and I ended up joining the tribe. And I'm 12 years old this month. So
I love that. Well, happy 12-year anniversary in your faith. That's great. So your new album is a full-length country album rooted in your Texas upbringing and a Jewish faith. So can you tell us how you came up with the idea of combining Jewish traditional songs with country music? I love this story.
Thanks. It's a great question. I grew up on classic country music. It sounds stereotypical to say this, but we had a ranch out in South Texas for a number of years as a kid, and I had a jukebox out there, and it was just full of old classic country, Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn and Dolly and all that. And these were the first time being exposed that I had to storytelling as a music form. So it's what I grew up with. It's what I love deeply. And of course, being from, especially here in Houston, Texas, we got a lot of good country music around here. And when I started going through that process, that conversion process, I was discovering all this stuff that was really very healing for me. And so I started writing music about it so that I could understand it more fully. And country music is just where I go when I write. I didn't know that Jewish music existed. I didn't know that was a thing. So I had no idea that I wasn't really trying to create anything new. And then, the more I did it, the more people were like, hey, come and do it over here. And hey, can you play for us? Hey, could you lead services for us? And now it's wild being out there and doing this music and kind of introducing this concept to folks, because for me, it just comes from a very natural place.
I love that. So you don't just perform at regular concerts, you also lead Shabbat services as well. So tell us what those are like.
Absolutely. So I do an original Shabbat service. It's called Friday Night Lights. I mean, we're in Texas here. And so we take Texas on the road with us, and we do this Shabbat service called Friday Night Lights, a very down-home, country-forward, really reverent and laid-back Shabbat services. And then when I'm in those communities, I'll also do, concerts the next night, things for their religious school and stuff like that. But yeah, Friday Night Lights is our original Shabbat service.
I love that. So we see that you are a new member of the Recording Academy.
Yes.
That's a pretty big deal. When I saw that, I was like, what? A real life Recording Academy person? I'm going to call you and say, I want you to vote for this person. And we hear that you and a group are working on trying to expand the Grammys to include a Jewish country category. That's amazing. Tell us about that.
Thank you. Yeah, there's so many categories at the Grammys, and there's a lot of, for example, even for Christian music, there's a lot of different categories of Christian music at the Grammys, but there's nothing for Jewish music. So the challenge that we have is, as part of the diaspora, there's not really one thing that you can say this is what Jewish music sounds like, because, it's influenced by where people grow up and what they love and what they listen to and all that. So we've felt very strongly that there needs to be some level of representation at the Grammy level that is a nationally recognized, level. And so we're just working very hard to create the first category for Jewish music.
I love that. A lot of times when I'm watching the Grammys, I'm an award show junkie. So
Yeah.
they do the pre-show and they're giving out all these awards to some genres that you didn't even know existed. So I applaud you for wanting to introduce this Jewish country category. Because to your point, I didn't know that there were, this Jewish music out there. So I
Yeah.
would love to know more about it too. So good luck to you on that.
Aw,
And I hope
thank you.
that with your new status as a member of the Recording Academy, you're able to kind of have some pull with that. So lastly, now that the album is out,
Yeah.
we know that musicians have to go on the road to promote it. So if people want to hear you perform live, when and where can that happen?
That's a great question. We have a full tour schedule on our website at joebuchananmusic.com. You can check it out there. You can follow me on socials. And we post updates every month kind of on where we're going to be and where we're going to be playing. And if you want to know, like, can I come to this? Is it okay if I arrive to this? Can I come to this Shabbat service, or is this music for me? It's absolutely for you. There is always room at the table, and I want to meet as many of y'all as I can.
I love that. Just very welcoming. And I've learned a lot today. I'm sure everybody that's watching's learned a lot as well. So we really want to thank you for your time you share with us. We appreciate all the information you've shared, and we will have a link to your website where people can get more information if they need it. So thank you for joining us, Joe.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's been great to hang out with you.
It's been great. So coming up after a quick commercial break, I will return with Save the Date announcements.
It's Kyle's last spin on his turntable from college.
Yeah.
And the first day of Kira's new career in IT. It's the last tea party for Crystal with Miss Marshmallow.
Oh, wow.
And Sarah's first day of management training at Goodwill. When you donate items to Goodwill, you help provide skills training and career placement for people seeking to realize their potential. And the things you love get to start a new life too.
At St. Jude, we don't care who cures cancer, we just need to advance the cure. The heart of St. Jude is to take care of children with catastrophic diseases and to advance their cure rates, but we need to be able to do that for everyone. It's a bold initiative to try and bump cure rates all around the world, but we should, is our commitment.
When I came back from the war, I was barely hanging on by a thread. I'm here today because of Tanya's relentless efforts in trying to get me healed. And says, Michael, I know you've got a plan to take your life today, but if you give me just 5 more minutes to love you.
5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, honey, 5 more minutes to love.
Michael has actually taught me what it looks like to accept help.
My name is Irene. My job is community school coordinator. My mom taught us that it doesn't matter how much money you have, you can always find a way to help. We started the pantry because the needs were so great. We're very fortunate to have the food bank just a few miles down. I just want our kids to experience what other kids experience and learn to say, what do I want to be when I grow up? And not worry about food.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first round draft pick during the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband.
We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
When faced with complex challenges, there are people who come together to solve problems and transform lives. That's us. We are Rotary. We work with community partners to build green spaces for all to connect with nature and each other. We support local youth through mentorship and literacy programs. We're committed to causes that improve lives everywhere. Find your cause and take action with us.
Somebody. Oh, cover the hole,
Why be at the forefront of childhood cancer research? At St. Jude, we do it because every innovation we make is a moment we give to children with cancer everywhere. But we can't do it without you. Help St. Jude give children with cancer more moments. Moments that can last a lifetime.
Welcome back. Here are some important news and notes we think you should know. First, the free tax prep at the West Loop campus. Houston City College is proud to host its annual Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program, also known as VITA. This free service provides federal income tax preparation and electronic filing to qualified individuals and families. You must make less than $69,000 a year, and walk-ins are welcome. It's going to be held April 11th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., again at the West Loop campus. Next, the SGA General Assembly meeting. The Student Government Association is meeting to discuss student suggestions and concerns regarding the Northline campus. The meeting is open to all students and faculty who want to participate. It will be held on April 21st from 11 a.m. to noon. It's at the HCC Northline campus, which is located at 8001 Fulton Street building. Lastly, stop by the Student Life Earth Day table and join sociology professor Menon as she highlights environmental awareness and sustainability. Explore interactive activities, recycling initiatives, and educational resources designed to help students, faculty, and staff adopt eco-friendly practices. Learn easy ways to reduce waste, conserve energy, and protect our planet, all while having fun and engaging with your campus community. It's going to be held at the HCC West Loop campus on Wednesday, April 22nd from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Thank you for joining us. See you next time.